your mudcock.
Yes, sir?
Why, mudcock? Why?
Well, it was my father's name, sir, so I suppose...
Why this? Why did you launch a 250 million megaton bomb on central Moscow? Mudcock, we launch a missile warhead on Russia and wipe out their capital city, unprovoked, unannounced, and you ask if we're upset.
Well, maybe if I phone the Kremlin to apologize.
The Kremlin doesn't exist, Mudcock. You blew it up.
Whoops.
What I can't work out is how in God's name you came to do it.
Well, do you know, that's the funny thing, because I don't really know either. I mean, one minute I'm down in the silo control room trying to figure out the correct code for coffee, white, no sugar on the vending machine. And then the next minute, whoosh, there's this terrible explosion and the roof came off and then this sort of missile thing shoots past my shoulder.
And did you know what you'd done?
Not at first, sir, no. But once the coffee hadn't arrived after 5 minutes, I did get an inkling that something was wrong.
And what did you do then?
I tried the machine again, sir.
And this is when the second missile went off.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
And when you'd fired off all 6 missiles in the silo, what did you do next?
Well, I decided to take immediate remedial action, sir. Made myself a cup of instant instead.
Did it ever occur to you to try to stop the flight and save the world from Armageddon by pressing the mission abort button?
Oh, yes, sir. And I did just that, sir.
And what happened?
Well, I got 6 white extra whip, 2 lemon teas, and a chicken liver soup, sir.
Hello. I'm your new neighbour, and I appear to have run out of coffee.
Oh, dear. Do you know Regis Street?
I'm sorry?
Yeah, that's your best bet this time of night. There's a little guy stays up just next to the off-licence.
You don't understand. I've got guests, and I can't leave them.
Oh, I see. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll pop up and keep them entertained if you like while you're out. I've got this fantastic octopus joke.
It's a little cold outside, and I've only got this flimsy party frock on. Couldn't you lend me...
A coat? Well, I could.
No. Couldn't you just lend me some coffee?
You want me to lend you some?
That's right.
Sorry, no.
You understand, we work very hard, eat frugally, and are a strictly silent order. But you will be granted the right of speech once every 10 years.
Thank you, Mother Superior.
I've called you here to my office as today it is 10 years since you joined us. If there is anything you would like to say, please speak freely.
Thank you, Mother Superior. There is just one thing. Every Sunday morning, we are allowed a cup of tea, which you yourself serve to us.
Yes, my child.
Well, the thing is, I don't take sugar.
We'll see that that's put right for you.
Thank you, Mother Superior.
Yes, but that's enough chitter-chatter. Back to duties. Once again, we meet to enjoy our privilege of free speech. Have you anything to say?
Yes, Mother Superior. When we spoke before, I did mention to you, I think, if you recall, that I don't take sugar in my tea.
Yes, of course, silly me. Completely slipped my mind.
Now, what if I could possibly ask you not
Yes,
to
of course, my dear. No sooner said than done. But enough of this idle banter, eh? There's much to be done in the service of the Lord. Enter. Again we meet. Have you anything to say?
Yes, Mother Superior. The thing is, as I have mentioned twice previously, I do not take sugar in my tea. And quite frankly, if this goes on any longer, I'm afraid I shall have to consider leaving the order.
I see. Well, quite frankly, we'll all be glad to see the back of you. You haven't stopped whinging since you got here.
Hello once again, and welcome to Master Member, our lightning nose night general knowledge quiz for members of Parliament. Any MP or peer can play, so fingers on the buzzers, please, and here we go. Question 1. Who started the Second World War? Lord Hailsham.
The Belgians.
No, I'm sorry, it was the Germans. What is Paul Daniels' catchphrase? David Owen.
Not a lot.
Correct. Give another meaning to the phrase, the Minister thanks you for your kind inquiry. Mr. Kaufman.
Get lost.
Correct. What smell and apparently make holes in the ozone layer? Lord Hailsham.
The Belgians.
No, I'm sorry, the answer on the card is aerosols. I must have been thinking of something else there. So, fingers on the buzzers. What is 2 plus 2? Kenneth Baker.
That's 5.
No, I'm sorry, that's not acceptable under the new national curriculum. I have to throw it open to the team. Anyone? Leon Britton.
100.
No. Lord Hailsham.
Rather more than 3.
Yes, but can you be more specific?
The Belgians.
Oh, bad luck. Good try, last chance. Anyone? David Steele, just in time. I'm going to ask you the question, what is 2 plus 2? Are you sure you're ready to answer?
I hadn't spent the last few years working for this moment just to let it slip. And I think there is great determination. The messages coming into my office through the day from the party throughout the country has been, for heaven's sake, get us through it. And that's what I'm determined to do.
So the pressure's really on. The question remains, what is 2 plus 2? Do you have the answer?
Yes, I do.
What is it? Yeah. I'll have to hurry you. Oh, dear, badly. Well, that question, of course, goes through to next week on the accumulator. Shirley Williams, do you have any comment on the answers that you've heard?
I don't agree with all of them, but I agree with some of them.
Well, yes, fair enough. That's all from us. Join us again next week for another edition of Master Member. Good night, God bless, and don't forget...
The Belgians.
Good evening. Tonight I'm looking at the work of John Burnett, one of the greatest artists of the modern era, certainly one of the most expensive. None of his paintings sell for less than £2 million. He's avoided interviews until now, but tonight he's given us the first and the exclusive interview. Hello, John.
Hello.
Your work's generally thought of as being very difficult.
Well, I find it difficult to do, but I don't think it's very hard to understand.
Ah, well, the critics disagree with that, and we're going to find out tonight. Can you tell us, this is full of power and action and a sense of anger. Can you tell us in your own words what you think it's meant to be?
A rabbit.
A rabbit?
Yeah, you see, there's a tail here, and there's a couple of floppy ears, and I made a bit of a mess down there because I spilt something, but if you really look at it, it's a rabbit.
It's a rabbit. So, but I suspect that what you're trying to do is to tell us that behind the figurative notion, the modern world still exists.
No, what I was trying to do was paint her sort of like a lovely bunny, but it's quite difficult because there's a little thing I keep moving about.
A short journey in linguistic metaphysics.
Never mind that fish face, it's time for comic relief!
How touching hilarious. This is the first time I've ever worked in an MFI. It's nice. Listen. Are you all in a good mood? Good. Good. Lend us a quid. I could do with it.
It's a bit like a village pump. Now, what happens is, you pump up and down on that side, pump up and down on that side, that's it, and it'll pump out of this L. It's not coming out. Stop, 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 it's not coming out. Please help me. Can you pump up and down a bit slowly, a bit slowly, a bit slowly, a bit slowly? That's it, yeah, a bit more energetic than that, thank you, yeah, no, we're not getting it. It's coming, come on, it's coming. You're getting it there now, yeah, it's coming. There's not a lot of it, actually.
Oh, the agony, such agony. Too great a torment for the human soul to endure. Oh, the pain.
OK, lads. So just do that when you're tripped, and you're bound to get a penalty. Come on, let's practice.
So
So what do you say to a lady at midnight, you know, when the lights are down so low they're in the basement? What do you say to a woman, you know, that really gets her, you know, hot?
Good night, dear. I'll be on the sofa if you need me. That's what I find useful.
That's the kind of thing you say?
Yeah, that is,
Does it work?
Oh, yeah, well, they all sleep soundly when they know I'm on the sofa.
We come to the end of the day when you've seen airships with red noses, people dressed as telephone boxes, and giant rabbits and huge pink poodles serving petrol. Now you know what it's like to be Oliver Reed. Bit of satire.
You know, everybody in Hev is dead. There's Oliver Cromb, Julius Caesar, Tony Blackburn's joke about his 12-incher.
What shall I do, sweet spirit?
Tell
me what.
Yeah, see, that's another problem with being dead. You forget your bloody lines sometimes.
Was it me again? It's moi. It is moi again. Please, now, please, please. Now, some peoples in Pendles are spending the night, sitting in a cold vat of porridge. Sitting in a cold vat of porridge. And I think that should Quaker their oats, don't you think? I don't mind. That should Quaker their oats. That's all right. They've got it now. Is it me again? No. Oh. Right,